Welcome to the BYU Family History webinar series. I'm Marin and I'll be your host for this webinar. We'd love to know where you're listening from and how you heard about today's webinar. You can enter that info on the polls at the side of the screen. Our next webinar will be on Friday, July 13th at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. We will be hearing from Catherine Grant about how to start using the timeline grid. For those of you who have had trouble with our YouTube channel, we are continuing to add videos to our other video platform. This alternative video platform allows you to access webinars and other family history videos in church buildings. The link to the platform is included in the announcement box at the top left. Please try it out and let us know what you think. And if you have any other comments or questions, don't hesitate to contact us at fhl_webinars@byu.edu. Today we'll be pleased to hear from Bob Taylor, who will be giving a presentation entitled What's New with the Family History Guide. Bob Taylor, the CEO of the Family History, is the CEO of the Family History Guide Association. He has been actively doing family history for over 25 years. He has combined his passion for genealogy with his background in instructional design to create a new learning resource for family history, the Family History Guide. Bob earned his bachelor's degree from Brigham Young University and master's degree from California State University, Los Angeles, both in musical education. He has been a featured presenter at Roots Tech's 2018 UV Tag and the BYU Family History Conference, in addition to numerous family history fairs in Utah. A career change led him to instructional design and technical writing, where he has worked for large technology corporations such as Novell, Intel, and Western Digital. At Intel University, he redesigned key training courses for employees and managers worldwide, as well as teaching management courses in Washington, Arizona, Oregon, California, and Utah. He has authored many online and written learning systems, helping others accelerate learning in technology, music, and family history. Bob and his wife Susie have 5 daughters and 6 grandchildren. And as Bob gets things set up, I'll just bring your attention to the comment and question boxes. Any questions that you have, they'll go in the questions box on the left side of the screen. And make sure if you have any comments or insights that you put them in the insight box or comment box. And we'll make sure that all of the questions will get answered by the end of the presentation. And Bob, if you're ready, you can just share your screen.
Okay. Can everyone see that okay? Welcome everyone, and good to have you here. This is What's New with the Family History Guide, July 2018, and we pride ourselves on being pretty agile and quick to assimilate changes. Family history landscape changes fairly fast, and a lot of new technology and a lot of cool things are happening. We're kind of the clearinghouse hub central, you might say, for knowledge for family history. We make it digestible in an easy and efficient manner. So we're going to talk about some of the latest changes that have happened in the Family History Guide as of the last 3 or 4 months. So you'll notice over here on the left, I have a list of 20 items, and these will be what we are covering in the webinar today. So we'll go one by one. Starting with number 1, we have updated the quick tour video. So if I go over here to quick tour and I launch that, you'll see the familiar Welcome to the Family History Guide. You'll notice up at the top that it does have the new menu system. So the quick tour video had not been updated for a while, and it had some things that were kind of pertaining to the previous version. So now it's been updated, and you can see all of the newest features there. The quick tour video is highly recommended for people who are new to the Family History Guide. great to share with other people to get them interested or to get a quick introduction. All right, we'll go to number 2, embedded videos on the home page. It used to be that these videos here took you to a separate page for YouTube, and now we've got them running right on the page. So if I click this video right here, you'll see that it starts up, and you can also, as an alternative, open a YouTube page for it or expand the screen to full screen. And you can actually run as many of those as you like at a time. They're all hosted on YouTube, but they're embedded here for quick and easy viewing. The overview and activities videos are also new. These were not in existence 3 or 4 months ago, so these are new as well. I'd recommend you taking a look at them when you get an opportunity, especially the overview of the family history guide. Gives you a nice introduction to the family history guide. Activities is a fun way to get other people into doing cool family history activities. Some good stuff there. Okay, we're going to go back over to number 4, new show me video for projects. So we look on the home page here and talk about new. This was actually added this morning, so you can't get much newer than that. Show me videos projects. The intent of the show me videos, and we only have one at this point, but we will be adding 4 or 5 over the next month or so. A show me video basically shows you step by step how to navigate or do certain tasks with the family history guide. This one is about projects. So I'm going to click this here. This is going to go to our YouTube video, and it runs here, and this is called Inside a Project. So you've got highlighted menu links and text and so forth. No narration on this, but basically it just takes you through step by step of how to navigate, how to open choices, close choices, and so forth. The video is about 2.5 minutes long, and you just basically follow the animation and it will take you through. So as I mentioned, we'll have 4 or 5 of those. Other topics include using the word tracker, the online tracker, using the vault, activities, and so forth. Okay, that brings us to number 5, new YouTube videos. So I'm going to go out to our YouTube channel. This is in the blog social menu. Drop down to YouTube. We go to our channel here. And all these videos at the top are new since 3 or 4 months ago. We just showed this show me video. We have the human knot, family recipes, grandma's gift, and a few more here. Family history fun basket, field trip, dress up as an ancestor, memories app, activities overview, and that takes us down to the quick tour where we had that before. So highly recommend those. They're short, they're a lot of fun. Good way to spread the family history guide with others and get a good basic level understanding of what it's about. Okay, number 6, 800 new links to articles and videos. So obviously we're not going to go through all 800 links here, but let me just say that we had a BYU intern working for us for the past few months, Rachel Carter. She did a wonderful job of basically finding lots of new links to articles and videos that we have incorporated in the Family History Guide. About 400 of those were general links to different sites and articles and videos, and the other 400 were specific to our Learning Path partners, which are Family Search, Ancestry, MyHeritage, and Find My Past. So I'm going to take you to just one of those. The way that you can find these, first of all, I'm going to go to Countries, England, and we're going to scroll down a bit. And You're probably familiar with these small dates here. This is a date of addition or date of last update. So this was added on June 2nd. So you can tell that this particular video from the BYU library is a more recent addition to the Family History Guide. So rather than trying to list them all in one place, you can go through the Family History Guide and watch the dates and find out which are the more recent ones there. Okay, info tips. This is number 7 on our list. We're going to stay with the England country page. We're going to scroll down, or actually we could go to goal 3 here, explore British civil registration records. And you'll see this letter I, or this I icon. If you hover over that, you'll see a little pop-out menu that has topics with it. So the idea here is rather than having to open this particular article here, you can actually hover over the info button and you'll see the topics that are available. So you could decide ahead of time, there's not anything here I am interested in, or you could say, yes, I definitely am interested in, for example, information recorded in civil registers, and you can click on that. There we go. Sorry, my mouse was having a mind of its own. So I click on that and it opens up the Family Search wiki page, and it goes directly to that topic, so you don't have to scroll through. You can read whatever you're interested in. So we will be adding more of these as we go, but for now it's a very handy way to find out particular topics that you're interested in and learning about. Okay, so those are info tips. Let's go to number 8, 250 quick links for Family Search and Ancestry. We're going to go up here, and we had quick links inline. These are called inline quick links. They will take you directly to the search screen for various record collections. But we have added quite a bit more. This also is courtesy of our intern, Rachel Carter. Previously, we had a threshold of about 100,000 records per collection to be included in the Family History Guide. We've lowered that threshold down to 50,000 records per collection, so that means that there are a lot more quick links available. And as you can tell, you just have to hover over one and click on it, and you go directly to the search link for that. This would takes us to familysearch.org, and we're going to be looking for England and Wales Marriage Registration Index 1837 to 2005. So with quick links, you don't have to wend your way through a bunch of menus and so forth. You get one click and you go directly to what you are looking for. One of the things that's new, and this will be number 9 over here, more links, more in quotes, more links at the end of quick links. So let's take this example where we just were. There's a more item here in parentheses. So if we click that, what it does is it takes us to the additional information we have from the wiki about the index that we were just looking at. So we know what's in this collection, what can these records tell me, the content types, and how do you search, and this type of thing. So it puts those bits of information right at your fingertips. We found that it's usually Family Search that has them separated out. Ancestry and Find My Past tend to have that type of information stuck in with the record collection search screen. Moving on to number 10, 40 new Family Search Learning Center videos. So these again are kind of sprinkled throughout the Family History Guide. Most of these new videos from Family Search have to do with country research. So you'll find most of them on the country pages. Number 11, Trainers section redesign. So we're going to go up here to Trainers. And if you're familiar with how the menu looked before, it had fewer entries here. So we've added more things for audiences, groups, families, individuals, consultants, beginners, regional trainers. We'll get to that in just a moment. And resources. We've got a few more resources that we've added as well. So an expanded trainer's guide for those who are interested in doing training with the Family History Guide. On to number 12, 28 new instructor guides in the course catalog. So there are two ways to get to instructor guides. We can go through the course catalog. So I'm going to go up here, click on course catalog. And the course catalog basically is like a library of all the different courses you could put together with a family history guide. If I scroll down here to Family Search Training, we have an instructor guide for Family Search Family Tree Project 1. When I click that, it will actually download a file. So if you look at the lower left corner here, you see that it downloaded a file. I'm going to open up that Word document and expand it out. And here, basically, for an instructor, you've got all the goals and choices of the Family History Guide project that you're working on, Project 1 Family Tree, listed here. You have a notes section, and you have articles and videos to help remind you what types of things you can address in your class that you're teaching. Very handy. Another way to get to the instructor guides is on the training menu. If you go down to training tips, we have them listed up here in the top menu bar. So instructor tips, this is a way that you could look at all of the instructor tips at once and just kind of look through what you're interested in. We have them by family search, ancestry, MyHeritage, and Find My Past. Okay, let's move on to number 13, Regional Trainer Program. So this is something we're pretty excited about. As you can tell, we are really interested in helping people throughout the world become familiar with the Family History Guide. In fact, that's part of our mission statement, to help people across the world become more involved in family history by making their journey more efficient, more enjoyable, and more effective. So what we have done in connection with that is we have organized a program called Regional Trainers, and we have volunteer regional trainers who handle what we call geos. Those are geographical areas where they help local trainers disseminate training and formulate classes and so forth. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of this because it's more geared towards the trainers and regional trainers. But if you wanted to find a regional trainer or event, let's click on this page here. And one quick way is you can open up this regional trainer contact list. And here we see on the left that we have regional trainer links. These open up jot forms that you can use to contact a particular trainer. Currently we have about 50 regional trainers. Most of them, as you can tell, are in the United States. We do have one in Australia and one in Nigeria and several more in England that will be added to this site as well. Just for fun, let's go over to the regional trainer map. And this is a way that you can look at where the regional trainers are. I'm going to zoom in on this. And we're going to go here to Florida. And you can tell as I scroll in here that Miles Meyer, our regional trainer in Florida, has this geographical area defined as his responsibility to help local training with the Family History Guide. So there are others, geos, that are still being formed. And basically, that's how we organize our training efforts. Certainly, people can do training in whatever location they're at, but it always helps to have a mentor and a coordinator, and that's what our regional trainers are. All right. Number 14, overview quiz for trainers. We're going to go back to the trainers menu and we're going to go down to quizzes. And while this was primarily designed for regional trainers to get them used to what's in the Family History Guide, it's also a good quiz that you can take to test your knowledge of the Family History Guide, what's in it, and so forth. And so you can click on this, and if you haven't taken the quizzes, they're interactive flash files that you can use to go through step by step, answer multiple choice, different types of questions, and you get a grade at the end, pass, fail, that type of a thing, to test your knowledge on anything from Find My Past, My Heritage, Ancestry, docs and photos, family search, and so forth. So fun to do, and especially if you're training, very useful. Number 15, new photos, entries, and videos for family activities. Let's go up here to the activities menu and go to family activities. And it used to be that we had the activities listed kind of one at a time in a big long list. And what we've done now is we've provided a picture for each and more descriptions. And we also have occasional videos that we've added here that are not particularly available on our YouTube channel, but you can click a video here and go to Vimeo and start watching about particular family history activities that you may want to try. Okay, I would highly recommend going through the different areas there. Activities, we have individuals, youth, and children, and an index to help you find activities quickly. Each one of these links will take you right to how to get into the activity. Number 16, Faith's drop-down menu. This is new, so let's go over here. And if you remember how it was before, there used to be, where it says Faiths, it used to say LDS, and that's all there was. So basically what we've done is we've taken the LDS page and put it on this drop-down menu. So it works pretty much as before. Although I might mention that Inspiration has gotten an upgrade. So there are a lot more quotes, articles, videos, and so forth if you're into that. So we'll go back here, and Faiths, we have added a Catholic research page. So this has links to articles and videos on doing Catholic research for people of any denomination or no denomination. And then goal 2 is more geographic oriented. So you've got links to countries. And when you go to those countries, it takes you right to a particular Catholic or church records so that you can go in through that way and that navigation and find out what you need to look for from a Catholic perspective. Protestant, very similar, learning about Protestant family history, and here you have a lot of different denominations: Baptist, Episcopal, Lutheran, Methodist, Presbyterian, and more. And then you have your research and record collections by countries, and these will take you to specific goals and quick links to help you with Protestant research as well. Okay, that's the Faiths menu. Number 17, Computer Basics now uses goals and choices. So over in the intro menu, I'm going to drop down to Computer Basics. And previously we had a lot of links to different tutorials and so forth, classes. And now these are organized in goals and choices. You can see up here we have the projects laid out one at a time. And then you can go in and select whatever goals you want to, and you'll notice the familiar choices and steps and links to articles and videos and so forth. This is pretty basic stuff here, but you may find that perhaps there are Google apps or social media apps and so forth that you might be more interested in learning about, your parents perhaps as well, or others. So this is a wonderful collection of articles, videos, and tutorials on how to learn different aspects of computers. Number 18, Sitemap, new content, better layout. Sitemap is also in the intro menu. We're going to go down to Sitemap here, and notice that this is expanded from what it used to be and slightly better organization. So you can find the different categories. Each one of these would take you right to a particular link. So learn about El Salvador research and records, and helps out a lot. So recommend you taking some time to go through the site list. It's a way to see what's available in the Family History Guide quickly and easily. Number 19, Project 7 DNA for Ancestry Goals 4 and 5. We're going to go over to Ancestry, drop down to Project 7 DNA, and we'll go over to DNA matching. That is a new goal that we've added. This, of course, presumes that you've taken a DNA ancestry test and you've gotten your results back, and it shows you how to deal with ethnicity estimates, how to get into matching and what that means, the different people that may be on your matching list and your relationship to them, so forth. And then number 5, DNA circles. This is kind of a cool feature that Ancestry has where you're included in DNA circles with other people who share same DNA characteristics or ancestry with you. So this is all added new as well, step by step with screenshots to help you navigate those particular tasks that you need to do with DNA test results, DNA circles, and so forth. Lots of information there. Ancestry has done quite an extensive job. And next on our list is doing a similar update for the MyHeritage DNA program. And number 20, vault links in the project headers. So we're going to go back in the country page, going to go to England. I scroll down a bit and you see next to tracker here, we see a picture of the vault. So if I click on vault there, basically it takes me right to the England page or the England section of the vault. So if you go to a particular country page or topic and you want to find out what's available in the vault, you can get into the vault right to where you need to be from that link in the header section. I would recommend spending some time in the vault if you haven't already. A big portion of those 800 articles and videos reside in the vault. They've been added. And even though there are now over 1,000 links to articles and videos in the vault, it's fairly manageable. You've got the links across the top so you can go anywhere you need to, and you can see what's available at a glance right there and click to open any article or video you want to. You can even close the choices and see, these are all the different topics that we're dealing with here in the vault, or you can open the choices back up and go back to what you were doing. So that, in a nutshell, is what's new in the Family History Guide in July 2018, covering the last 3 or 4 months in the past. As you can tell, a lot is happening and a lot will continue to happen. We've got some cool things on the drawing board going forward. And the next time we catch up on a BYU webinar, we'll have lots of fun and interesting things to share about what's new with the Family History Guide again. So thanks very much, and I guess we can move on to questions now.
All right, I think that we only had one question from Mona Sanderlin, but it looks like Bob answered that. So if you guys have any other questions, I'll leave it open just for a couple of minutes and leave the screen available for Bob in case he needs to show anything on the site.
coming in here. Okay, it's more of a thank you than a question. Okay, are there any other questions that you'd like to ask at this time? Okay, thank you on behalf of the Family History Guide Association for this opportunity. We're excited to bring the Family History Guide to more and more people throughout the world. We have a close working relationship with Family Search and the LDS Church, and we're hoping to go forward into the world and bring the joys of family history to as many people as we can. Thanks.
All right, thank you so much for your time today, Bob and everybody else who joined us. We hope that this webinar has been a valuable use of your time. If you could take a moment to fill out the feedback poll and let us know what you thought about today's presentation, that would be awesome. And if you have any suggestions or comments about future webinars or past webinars, you can contact us at fhl_webinars@byu.edu. Our next webinar will be Friday the 13th at 4 p.m. With Catherine Grant, and she will be presenting the presentation entitled How to Start Using the Timeline Grid. And today's recording of the webinar will be posted on our YouTube channel shortly, around the morning on Monday. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with our family history library. Thank you so much again for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and hope to see you again next Friday.